Hello, Gemini, and welcome to your July 2019 reading with me, Cindy. And I know I've been doing my readings, I've been doing them bi-weekly for my zodiacs up to this point now. Because we're coming into the summer, it may get a little bit unpredictable for myself for timing because my son will be out of school and we'll be doing a lot of stuff. So what I decided to do was I'm going to do a reading for each zodiac for the entire month of July. Now, if I get the time that I'm hoping I will have, I will still pop in and do like another reading midway through July. But if I don't get the time, what I've done here is I've given you, because I've looked at the calendar, there's actually 5 weeks in July. So this is week 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 for Gemini. And you'll probably notice that there is a ton of cards along the back here. So the 1, 2, 3, these 3 cards here are your underlying energy through my energy oracle deck. It's quite interesting. I pre-shuffled the 6th chakra, kept coming out in the pre-shuffle. And then as I was shuffling, I really don't often like to get more than 2 cards for something like this to get an underlying energy. The deck kept throwing out 3 cards. I kept putting it back. I said, no, I want more clarity. I want 2 cards. And do you know, both times it threw out 3 cards, this one and this one came out. And this one hadn't come out. I actually saw it a couple times when I split the deck and was shuffling. So, okay, I said, fine, I'll just take whatever you throw out at me. And I did my shuffle and these 3 cards came out. So you are really needing to get this message. Spirit was pretty adamant and probably not very happy with me because I wasn't taking all 3. But I'm taking all 3. So 6th chakra is about deep intuitive knowledge. It's about clarity, clear thinking. You have this, you know the answers is what I'm being told. The attachment here, you've taken off the mask. You're ready to see things for what they are. You're ready to see yourself for who you are. And you're ready to walk away if you need to. You're ready to go on to a new path. The bottom card in this deck, so the deeper underlying energy, is the garden and the gate. So this is making a choice. This is making a choice. Do you stay in the garden that you're in, or do you venture through that gate and find new possibilities? So this can be, for many of you, very different depending on, you know, what aspect of life you're in, what your journey is right now. Could be romantic, could be work, could be where you live, could be who you hang out with, could be something you need to do in the garden, as simple as that. Like, it really depends on you. So that's the underlying energy. You know the answer deeply and truly. You're taking off the mask if you haven't yet, because once you take off the mask, let me hold this up. If she has the mask on, how is she going to use her third eye, right? She can't. So she needs to take that mask off. You need to see your own truth. It's your own deeper truth, which is going to help you decide, do you walk through the gate, right? Look at, she's walking through a gate. I thought that was funny how these 2 cards came up. This girl is still, she's got the key. She's got the key hanging on her neck to open the gate. And this lady here, and they're both wearing pink. And look at the age difference. There's a maturity, there's a growth and a development that happened here. So this is a young child trying to decide, do I walk through this gate? It's so scary. I'm not sure if I want to do that. I'm all grown up now. I'm going through the damn gate. So there you go. I really like that. There was a reason Spirit wanted that to come through. Now, when I was doing the pre-shuffle, I really got strong energy from Gemini. I'm really getting strong energy. Maybe it's because I have more people that are subscribed. There's more energy that's coming through now. It's making this clearer to do the well, I don't know if it's clearer, but there's definitely a lot more energy. I got a bit of an anxiety. I got a bit of a fear, which I thought, that's interesting. So there's some fear here about making this move, making this transition, seeing yourself clearly and seeing situations clearly to make the choice. So that's normal. That's normal. Whenever we're experiencing a change or thinking about a big change, it can give us some anxiety. As I was shuffling to put your cards out, this song came into my head so clearly and so strong. And I've learned over the last 1.5 years that when a song comes into my head, Spirit is communicating with me. I had And I really got an epiphany about that probably about a year ago, where there was, I can't even remember what it was anymore now. It was something that I was trying to work out in my head, figure out the solution, figure out what was really going on between people, and I could not figure it out for the life of me. I couldn't. And then one morning I woke up, it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, and the Beatles song, Let It Be, was playing in my head. And I was like, oh my gosh. That's the answer. Spirit is telling me just to let it be, and it will all work out, and you will discover the answer. You don't need to keep overthinking it. So then I realized there's a reason these songs go through my head. So there's a group called Saga, S-A-G-A. If you're not Canadian, you may have never heard of them before, but it's a great song. It's a great song from the 80s. It's called On the Loose. So the lyrics are like, no one can stop you now. Tonight you're on the loose. No one can tell you how. Tonight you're on the loose. So yeah, look up this song. The band is called Saga, S-A-G-A. The song is called On the Loose. Play it, it's a fun song, or even just go in and read the lyrics. I think there's a lot of meaning in there for Gemini. I've never had that happen. That song came in, it's still in my head. It's still in my head, so there's really a strong message there about no one can stop you now. Tonight you're on the loose. And look, your underlying card for the actual tarot deck that I pull out here is the Magician. Nobody's stopping this guy. He has got serious balance and focus. This person is really making things happen, the Magician. My goodness. So that is the underlying card for your tarot, is the Magician. Very powerful, very powerful. So I think you're about to walk through the gate and become the Magician. Now there is a bit of a journey to do that. So for the first week in July, we have the Eight of Pentacles, which is a good energy, but it's very focused. It's very, you know, working at your craft, doing your stuff. This spider here, if we look at the spider's got her web and she has all these beautiful little areas lit up. She's tending to them. She's keeping what it is that she's created steady and flowing. There's, you know, it's just a very harmonious energy. It's a bit of a creative energy, but it's a steady, solid energy. It's a pentacle, so it is earth energy of Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. But it is, to me, it's more about just what you're doing the first week in July. You're just steady. You're kind of steady, and you're grounded and centered and focusing on what it is, all the aspects of your life, in a sense. You know, like if you have to take the kids to camp, you're doing that. If you have to visit an elderly relative in a nursing home, you're doing that. Like you've got balance and you're keeping up with everything. The underlying card in the Untamed Animal Spirit deck was Mouse. So we got Mouse here, and Mouse is earth energy again, but Mouse is a little bit timid, and Mouse can be a little bit afraid sometimes, and this feels a bit to me like that energy I was feeling when I was first shuffling your cards, like doing the pre-shuffle. So Mouse is a little bit skittish. Mouse is at the bottom of the food chain, so Mouse has reason to be afraid or nervous or stay in hiding until it feels like a good time to come out, right? And Spider is sort of doing that in a sense. So it's just a very grounded level energy, which I wouldn't necessarily describe as a Gemini. I mean, you guys being air signs, very very feeling, very expressive of, you know, just telling people how it is. Now then you start to get into that energy here. So the second week in July, you guys pulled out the Seven of Wands. As you can see, this fox here, she's protecting her young from this badger who's coming in. And it is a winning card. She does win. She does keep her territory. She keeps hers safe and sound. But there is some sort of conflict. So there is a bit of conflict between yourself and someone else, or a situation, and it may just be a difference in opinion in terms of, I'm getting the message that actually the second week, it's simple stuff. It could be, let's go to Eastside Mario's for dinner. No, I don't want to go there. I would rather go and get sushi. Like, it just seems like that week, yeah, I'm really feeling that. Just that week, it just doesn't seem to matter what goes on. It's always a little bit of a battle. But you do seem to win out. You do seem to win out. Now, I think there might be some clarity that comes through with these little tiffs that occur. So you get the dragonfly as your underlying animal spirit card for that second week. And now we're getting the air sign. So now, and being a wand, this is fire, sorry. So that's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So perhaps that's someone that you're dealing with, or it's an aspect of yourself as well, if you have that in your chart. But now we start to see you guys. So this is the alchemical symbol for air, and dragonfly is a wonderful energy. Dragonfly is, you know, their wings are very translucent. So we're starting to see the truth. They're not completely open. Like there's still some stuff that's hidden within dragonfly. But now dragonfly, I was thinking about dragonfly when I was a kid. They always seemed like this little magical creature that would come by if you were on the canoe, and all of a sudden this dragonfly would land on the canoe. It's like, oh, you stopped where you were just, stop paddling, there's a dragonfly, right? So it's like almost like this awakening to something more magical. You're starting to realize, I feel like through these little tiffs with this other person or this energy within yourself, you start to, this third eye starts to open up in terms of a realization about, you know, no one can stop you now. I think I'm still, tonight you're on the loose. Yeah, like you really are starting to get on the loose, or spirit would like you to get on the loose at least. So dragonfly, yes, but dragonfly can also change and shimmer. Do you remember that? Like you would see a dragonfly, if you ever had this experience, see a dragonfly land on the boat. And you're like, come and see this dragonfly. It's green. It's really pretty. And then it would shift its angle a little bit, and your friend would look at it, or your parent or whoever. That's blue. I thought you said it was green. Well, it was green a minute ago, right? Like, so it's like not quite clear yet. There's still some clarity being worked out, but it's starting to happen. You're at least starting to be aware of the possibilities that exist with dragonfly in the second week of July. Third week in July, we have the King of Pentacles. So now you're really grounded, or you're dealing with someone. I feel a little bit like you're dealing with someone with this energy. Whenever I see like a king, queen, page, or knight, I feel like it's an individual for me. It's an individual. So this is a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. This is a very solid energy, but this is also very unmoving energy. Like this king is pretty much the tree, and the tree doesn't go anywhere. So this energy can be very supportive in the right situation. But I feel as though getting the message that this person is more interested in monetary gain, acquiring monetary assets than what your goal is. You're going on a deeper journey here. So there might be, you know, again, I see this card, and no one can stop you now. Tonight you're on the loose. No one can tell you how. And I almost feel like this energy wants you to be like them, like to be stuck in the woods. Couldn't do that. I couldn't do that. I'm an Aries, but I have like 3 aspects of my chart. 3 or 4 have Gemini in it. So like, let's go. I don't know about you guys, but that I would find that very suppressing. I would definitely find that very suppressing. There's no way to have a good time. But it is good sometimes to have reflection, right? So perhaps it's that for some of you. Perhaps it's time to just really ground yourself and reflect on this new energy that's coming forward. But with the Crow card, under that, again, it's air energy. So it's air sign again. And Crow has, this feels like a gift that's being given to you. When you see a crow, they're trying to remind you of something. There's something that maybe you've been thinking about, someone you've been thinking about, or a decision that's been nagging you. Crow, when you see a crow, it's sort of that little hint. Remember, is spirit coming by? Remember what you were thinking about? Remember what you wanted to do for yourself? Look at how Crow, this is Crow's third eye. Crow's third eye isn't here. Crow has such ability and control of their third eye that they don't even need to keep it in their head anymore. Not even in the pineal gland anymore. It's something that Crow tosses around with him or herself. They hang on to it and they allow it to expand. And Crow shares this energy. Crow is sharing this, right? That's the reason it's not in Crow's forehead anymore. Crow is sharing this energy. So again, the universe, your spirit guides are trying to really get your third eye open and feel that. For the 4th week, you have the 9 of Pentacles. Again, it's earth energy. Earth energy. Now, this is a nice earth energy. This is someone who's, you know, working at her craft, what it is that she has a deep feelings and desires, or even a calling to do. And she does it in such a beautiful way. I mean, she's in harmony with everything around her. The beautiful stained glass. It's just almost magical the way she's doing this. And what I thought was interesting, I think it was around the time I was laying out the cards, and I hit around the 4th week and I got this song. I could hear the piano in the song, I think, while I was shuffling. I'm like, oh, what is that? I know that. And I could hear it, because if you go, it's, I think it's like an what do they call that? Electric, it's a keyboard, I guess. And I think it starts like, I was starting to hear that. And then around this time when I hit this, I went, no one can stop you now. I could hear his voice singing. And it's funny because then you get the nightingale underneath it. That's very powerful. This air sign, the nightingale. And nightingale sings just before the sun rises. It's still dark when nightingale sings. And look at how she almost clears the darkness with her song. I'm getting the message that music, particularly around the 4th week of July, will be very important in terms of feeding your energy and shifting it. Yeah, you ever get in the car and you're like, ugh, not looking forward to that drive, wherever it is you're going. You turn on the radio, your favorite song comes in, or it's a song that you feel so inspired. That's the kind of feeling I'm getting that music is going to play for you guys. Maybe the whole week of July, particularly this 3rd week in July, music is going to be a very strong influence for Gemini in the 4th week of July. Perhaps it's even something that you've been working on creatively for yourself, some music, or you've been trying to maybe figure out the lyrics or the melody that would go with it. You're going to be getting it. It's coming in, and I feel like Spirit is trying to help you open up this intuition. You know, the way, almost like when you're not trying to receive it. I was not trying to receive any sort of musical inspiration for you guys. And the song just came rushing into my mind. The melody and then the lyrics. It was very powerful. So yeah, there's something going on with you guys with music. And I've got more tarot cards here, so we're going to pull more clarifiers to get a little more information. And I'm sure I'm talking very fast, but I just feel like there's so much to get out in this video, and I don't want it to be like 45 minutes long. Or I know sometimes some people like to do that, but I am in Aries with a lot of Gemini, and I'm like, let's go on to the next thing. So, but I'm sort of feeling that energy about you guys. Like, you really, something is building up here for you guys to be going towards. All right, so we get into that 5th week of July, and now we have the 8 of Wands. So we're back into sort of that fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And this energy seems to be feeding a dream. So it seems to be feeding a dream or a wish. There is a beautiful knowing about this card in terms of wanting something and just releasing it and allowing it to go out into the universe. And at first, when I pulled this raccoon card as the underlying energy for it, I was like, oh, it's earth energy again. It's very grounded. But I feel like it's a good grounding. I feel like you're just sitting and waiting. It doesn't feel too much. Sometimes this card feels like you're hiding something. You may be hiding a part of yourselves from someone towards the end of July. But I feel as though you made the wish and you're sitting back. You're sitting back. You're saying, you know what? I'm good. I've done my best. And now I leave it up to the universe to deliver for me. So the underlying energy for these animal spirit cards here was starfish. And this is water energy. So Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. But the deeper message for me with this card, with starfish, is starfish can be, the best way to describe it is starfish is a very complicated, intricate pattern. on its shell, and yet inside it's soft and delicate. So there may be an aspect of yourself with this mask too, that you are putting on a mask to sort of protect yourself, and it's a bit of a complicated protection. It's maybe a different mask for different people in different situations, but because there's something softer within yourself that you are protecting. And yeah, that's what I'm really feeling from the starfish card. There's something softer inside that you're protecting. But I think you are getting with the magic, right? And look at where the magic is sitting right here. She's almost blowing. I love the way the cards sit together. I don't know if you can see that, but she's blowing her wishes and they're going right to the magician. The direction of it is right there, right into that magician card. So whatever it is that you're protecting, good for you. Protect it. But pretty soon it's going to be time to let it come out. To let it come out. And walk through the gate. Now, what I would like to know is I would like to know what's on the other side of the gate. Let's see if we can find a little bit of that out, if Gemini will let me know. Can Spirit tell us what is on the other side of the gate for Gemini in July? What awaits Gemini? Ah, did you guys see that fall out? I did not. Scorpios get mad at me if the card falls out and they see me change it behind. Wow. Okay then. The Two of Cups is on the other side of the gate. For some of you, this can be a very wonderful friendship. This is actually very deep soulmate. When I love this card because we have a person here depicted in very light skin and someone in very dark skin. So it's a wonderful balance of energy. This could be someone who's the same sex as you. So if you're heterosexual, it may just be just a wonderful, wonderful friend that you're going to connect with that's going to give you just divine energy, divine happiness. For others of you, it could be a romantic. It could be the start of something romantic. Where the heck do I put this? I'm going to put this here. Can you still see? You can still see it. So this was clarifying the gate. What's on the other side of the gate? All right, then. All right, so let's start clarifying your first week. We have the Eight of Pentacles and Mouse energy. So why is, okay, Spirits really, you guys are really eager to get messages. So this is why you're in mousy energy. So there's a big change coming. Oh, and look at how the mask has been dropped to the ground. Remember, attachment, holding, taking that mask away, releasing, allowing the softer part of yourself to come out. No, I just got the message. So, you know, if we have a scab or we've hurt ourselves, that the scab comes off and that new skin is very sensitive. It is the softer part of ourselves, but it strengthens over time. But you need to let that scab come off or you're going to look horrible, right? Like you can't have a body covered in scabs. If you think about every injury you had as a child up until now, you would be a giant scab. So that does need to come off. You do need to let that softer part come out. So there is definitely a change in who you were, in how your life has been or how your relationships have been. So you're a little bit nervous. You're a little bit nervous because this change is coming in. You're sensing this change. But so far the cards are looking like this is a very good change. The messages I'm getting, this is a very good change for Gemini. What is this conflict? So let's get a little bit of clarity on this conflict that starts to allow you to see clearly. So what is, can we get more information on this second week in July? This dragonfly and, what was that? That was the Seven of Wands. I wanted to call it the 5, but it's the Seven of Wands. So the Seven of Wands and the dragonfly for Gemini. We get more clarity. Why? Oh, it's a lot of cards. Just one would be good, Spirit. One clear card to tell us why Gemini is having this conflict that will give them clarity. What clarity will they get? There's the question. See, now Spirit knew how to answer that. We got 3 cards. That might be an awful lot. You got the Magician again. Woo! Wow, sword energy, really becoming Gemini. So this is about being a little bit stuck on making the choice. I really do love her energy in this card. She stands very confidently. I feel as though she knows the choice she needs to make, and it's just putting that other foot forward and making that choice. So the choice has quite not been made. There's a little bit of stalling going on with that card, but because you are starting to see clearly, right? It's not completely clear. It seems to change a little bit off and on with you. Remember how dragonfly can look green and it can look blue, but clarity is coming through, so you're getting ready to make that choice, but not quite ready yet. With the Magician, again, you guys are getting ready. You're being urged to start making your life. This is really your time. This energy, this choice that you have to make is going to be the right choice no matter which choice you decide to go, and by speaking your truth. So the Queen of Swords, she's very strong, she's very powerful, and she's also ready to defend herself, ready to stand up for what it is that she believes in. So you're getting ready. You're definitely getting ready to make that. And with the Queen of Swords, I feel that, again, remember I said, it feels like whatever these little conflicts are, you're going to sort of come out, I don't want to say the winner, but it does benefit you in a sense. And the Queen of Wands is definitely a victor. She's victorious in that. Okay, why? I would like to know why you have the King of Pentacles energy here. I feel like I know why the Crow is here. Now, for some of you, I think that this is a person that you're dealing with, but for others of you, I feel that it may be a state of mind that you're being asked to sort of go into for that third week in July. But let's get some clarity on that. So why is the King of Pentacles here? Oh, it's like 5 cards. Too many. One clear answer, please. Why is the King of Pentacles here in the third week of July for Gemini? Why is the King of Pentacles here for Gemini? Wow, that is a lot of cards. Yeah, I was not kidding when it felt like you guys had a lot of spirit guides coming forward right now. Okay, we're going to have to talk with them. Can we have one spirit guide come forth for Gemini right now to clarify the King of Pentacles? Again, guys, come on. You know what we need to do? We need to do a deep shuffle. The cards are giving me trouble today. Oh my gosh. Wow. It is feeling like you guys can't move forward with this. Oh, your energy is making it hard to even shuffle. Oh my gosh. Wow, and I love that if you've been noticing this Ace of Wands is there. Okay, why is the King of Pentacles here for Gemini? Why is the King of Pentacles here for Gemini? I'm going to distract my mind. Sometimes when I focus too hard, I don't get the answer. So what have you guys been doing? You guys having a good week? Yeah? Okay, there we go. See what I mean? Okay, the 9 of Cups. So your wish is my command. Ooh, ooh, nice. Your wish is my command with the King of Pentacles. Ooh, now I'm feeling like there's somebody there for you, a very solid person who is going to support you. I'm glad we got that clarification. So this does feel like someone who's going to support you, and it's going to help you get that clarity. I mean, you move from the dragonfly, which is sort of, you know, you're starting to see the truth. You're starting to see clearly, but not quite. And then you jump over to Crow, which is this offer for great clarity. So this earth energy, I think, is going to be giving you very good clarity, to the point that you were then able to see that you really can achieve whatever it is that you would like to achieve with the 9 of Cups. And look, that's so cute. Look at how the little fishy is in there. The little fishy's being supported in that cup. It's beautiful, beautiful energy. All right, let's move to the songs Move to the songs. They wanted to answer that. The Seven of Wands. So this is victorious. And look at how we've got the bird here again too, right? In this card. So this person is standing tall. They've worked very hard for the clarity that they've been looking for being able to speak. Just to speak what it is that you truly desire. This person has won those battles and they stand there ready. Their wands are piled up here, ready to be used. One is on, and look at the relaxed. Look at the relaxed. So it does feel like the 4th week of July is going to be a very good week for you guys. You are going to feel really relaxed. Just got the message that some of you may be at a campfire, sit with friends, and someone might, you're just going to start singing. Like it's going to be a wonderful energy. A wonderful, wonderful energy in that 4th week of July for Gemini. I don't know. That Empress card, the High Priestess card keeps coming up while I'm shuffling. All right. So let's find out. There's a wish here. I don't need to clarify the wish, I don't think, because you guys should know what you're wishing for, right? I hope so. But let's clarify why you sit in this stillness after your wish. Cards don't want to go in that way today. It's really funny. The cards want to be backwards to shuffle. Perhaps some of you feel like you're going backwards or reversed because the cards need to be facing outwards for me to fan shuffle them. I don't know why. Okay, why is Gemini in this raccoon energy, or why is raccoon energy around Gemini? Ooh, well, here comes that cup. All right, so there's the Knight of Cups. Whew. So maybe your wish is coming true and you're not really sure if you can believe it or not. Because walking through the gate, if we remember, was the Two of Cups. Apparently Spirit has said that the Two of Cups is on the other side of the gate. So you're making this wish. You're making this wonderful wish. And I want to say you're making this wish with great clarity because you were sort of on a journey for the other weeks in July to get to that point, right? And then you start singing your song just before the sun rises. So the sun is about to rise and you're sitting and waiting. You're sitting very quietly. And here comes your Knight of Cups. So I feel a little bit like, too, that you may not be expecting this. It may actually come in quite quickly. This is pretty fast energy. So you may get this offer. I would call it a love offer. It's feeling. Nights are all about expression. Maybe it's just a summertime little fling-fling, or maybe it will turn into something deeper. You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to pull out my Tarot of Sexual Magic, and let's see what we get, because this deck is really good for showing you what the intentions are of a person, so we can kind of get an idea what kind of energy is behind this Knight of Cups. I want to say myself, if I'm just sort of putting all the dots together, with having the Two of Cups on the other side of the gate, on the other side of the gate there, walking away through it, is, okay, I'm getting a message and I'm sort of thinking I don't want to say that, but Spirit is telling me to say it. Some of you are walking away from the Two of Cups, apparently. But I think most of you are going through the gate to find the Two of Cups, but some of you are walking away from the Two of Cups. We'll try to clarify that. So this Knight of Cups energy, what is this Knight of Cups energy coming towards Gemini? Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, that's pretty hot. Okay, so the Knave of Pentacles. Interesting how you had a lot of pentacles. Now, if we look at this card and we look at how it plays out, this is very, very passionate, but it's almost, be careful. I think it is a good time. It is definitely a good time, but look at, she's burning herself, but she doesn't even realize it. I mean, she's so wrapped up in what's going on, but it feels like the masculine in this situation is very much drawn to the feminine energy, and it's almost overpowering. She almost seems overpowered by that energy. Now, I feel very distinctly that some of you are walking away from your Two of Cups and some of you are walking towards your Two of Cups. So let's find out why. Why are some of the Geminis walking away from their Two of Cups? Why are they walking away from their Two of Cups? Ooh, the Hierophant. Oh my gosh. Okay, so some of you may be walking away, you may be getting divorced, you may be thinking of ending a marriage. Others of you may be walking away because you're feeling a little bit too suppressed by this energy. I find this to be very dominating, a very dominating energy myself, this card. So yeah, that's why some of you are walking away, or perhaps some of you, this could be third party. There are 3 people in this image. Now it's interesting because we have these 2 birds flying off. You're leaving a situation to perhaps move towards a Two of Cups eventually. But yeah, wow, you're walking away from the Two of Cups. Perhaps the Two of Cups was a spouse, a long-term partner. So what will Gemini find for Geminis that are walking to their Two of Cups? What will they find? What will they find? Ooh, the upright one looks good. Oh, nice. So those of you walking towards your Two of Cups, you have the 9 of Swords. This is a really beautiful card. Both of these people, it's a very mutual, loving experience. They're both into each other the same amount, and it's not like this blinded. This is super lusty, this one down here. This one is super, super lusty. This is not sustainable energy. This might be a one-night stand. This could be maybe 1 or 2 weeks, but it's not sustainable. So it's a good time, which is perhaps why you're guarded. You're not giving your full self to this person or this energy. You just accept it for what it is. But those of you that are going towards your Two of Cups, it's the Fool card too. So it is a new start. It is just going through the gate, guys, going through the gate. And this is going to be a very rewarding, this is a very loving relationship. And it does feel like they both enjoy each other's company. They both enjoy each other's presence. It's very mutual and balanced. Okay, what can we get? What are we at for time here? Wow, we're almost at 40 minutes, guys. I think that's good. I think that's good. Let me know how that reading went for you, because it seems like we started to get some different directions depending on obviously who's coming to the video to watch it. But as I said, if time allows, I will also try to release a video in the middle of July just to see what else, because energy can change as we're moving forward. That can definitely happen because we are trying to look into the future, but energy can change. So hopefully I will get something else out, but this is your 5 weeks in July for you moving forward. So thanks very much for coming to the video, guys. I hope you have a wonderful July, and we'll see you soon. Bye.